Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create Leviathan, the new legendary skin from Fortnite. Are you ready for one of my most difficult and craziest tutorials which I have ever created? Well, you decided in the last poll that I should create Leviathan, which is the new legendary skin from Fortnite, and I immediately fell in love with this character design. I think it was the fish, yeah. It was the fish I fell in love with, and it just looks so surreal and so adorable the same way. So I was looking forward to create this guy. So let's get started. We will mix the colors. We will need the base colors for this. It's a spacesuit, right? Yeah. For this spacesuit, which contains white, gray, a little bit of green and bright blue. And this gives us this shiny color. I have no word for this color. It just looks interesting. And you may notice this as well. I didn't mix it too strong, as I still wanted to, you see this green line, for example, I still wanted to appear, that there still appears some kind of patterns. Yeah. So, now that we coated the wire, we will go on and create, well, his backside, I would guess. And after that we will also focus on the front side as well. And keep in mind, this spacesuit should really look like as if it is made out of some kind of fabric. So with these tiny dents and also wrinkles. So here we go. I have to admit that I didn't have the time to play Fortnite, not yet. I told you in one of my former tutorials from Fortnite, I think it was in the Rex tutorial, yeah, that I have installed the game but didn't have the time to play it. And right now, well, this is really strange, maybe you know this as well. Sometimes you just play so much, and sometimes even days, maybe 2-3 weeks, I don't play a single game. Maybe just very tiny ones on my mobile phone. Clash Royale is one of these games which I play for. I've been playing this for 2 years now, and I haven't stopped playing because you just need like 3 minutes to play a game, and this is what I love about Clash Royale. Well, but for Fortnite, I told you I haven't played it yet, definitely will. Are you curious? Would you want to see the gameplay? Me failing like a big noob? Yeah, let me know. Write it down in the comments if you want to see me playing Fortnite for the first time. So I will just record me playing, and well, we will see what it looks like. And if I survive the first 3 minutes. Yeah, after all, maybe this is like playing Clash Royale for me, because I will die within the first 3 minutes. Okay, but back to the creation. We just finished the spacesuit. Now we will work on these moon boots. And I used a very bright ochre for that. If you don't have ochre, I know this is hard to get in clay color. You may want to just mix your own ochre by using white, a lot of white, and a little bit of brown. Bright brown, if you have bright brown. Yeah, these are the two patches. What's the plural? Patches, yeah, on the knees. And of course the same color for the arms and for the hands. And I decided to create, well, you have seen that in the thumbnail, I decided to create Leviathan with this typical pose with the piece, yeah, is it called peace symbol with the 2 fingers? Yeah. No, these are not fingernails, also part of the gloves. These are bright blue. So I used this color. I didn't mix it. I guess this is crystal blue, something like that. So it is called like that. Now the hand, the peace sign with his fingers. And well, he really looks like an alien, and I thought he's showing this sign with his fingers to say that he comes in peace and that no one should be frightened. And this is really funny. I created this alien in my random sculpt series many months ago, and I did the same. I also created this alien with a peace sign. I'll link it. You should check it out. And for the fans of you who really love this series, I will continue the random sculpt. For those of you who didn't know this, I just rolled some story cubes, story dices, and let's say I got a house, a sun and a fish, so I would have to create a character from these 3 symbols, or a character which contains these symbols. Yeah. Now we will work on a lot of details on the front part. This is the zipper. And now we take some ochre and we will create this vest he is wearing, and there is this pattern inside. So just place it onto the torso and I will cut it afterwards. So I think it's too difficult if you try to cut the clothes a character should wear before putting it onto the creation. So this is why I use this technique. So this is the back side as well. And well, I'm creating Leviathan. This was pretty untypical, just adding this golden outline. It was untypical because I only had to bake it once. I think all of my other creations, especially the very detailed ones from Fortnite, I think I put it into the oven. Whoop, my son in the background. I put it into the oven like 3 times. But with this character, with Leviathan, I somehow managed to put it into the oven just once. So, just adding some more of the armature, and now we need some more golden clay for this tiny computer he is wearing. This was very difficult to create, not because it's too tiny, but because I didn't find any great reference pictures, just the ones out of the game, and it was just too difficult to see all the details. There are 2 pockets on his shoulders, just adding a tiny detail, the other side as well. And now, well, we can start working on some further details. There are these, yeah, what is it, patches? Maybe it's a general, something like that. Yeah, so just place it over the pockets, these tiny pockets onto the shoulders. And I'm using silver clay now for some of the, yeah, what's it called? Connection parts of his suit, his space suit. I take this wooden ball just to model the clay, because I will use a different ball, transparent acrylic ball, and this has nearly the same size. Just placing a very thin layer of black clay into this silver piece, and there's another golden outline. There are a lot of golden outlines in this creation. Another detail. I didn't know where this was for. Yeah. So while creating, I was still thinking on how to manage the head, how to create the head. I found a pretty cool way. I'm not sure if it is durable. I will tell you in the next tutorial I will create. But for now we will create the shoes of Leviathan, 2 colors, well, and some silver as well. This is for the back side of his boots. This is why I really love Fortnite, although I haven't played it. There are so many different characters and, well, of course you have to purchase them. You can either buy them with real money or just play for it until you earn the, how are these called? V-Bucks? Yeah. But you don't get any advantage in the game. Well, maybe some cameo effects so that the enemies can't spot you, can't see you. But in general you don't have any advantage by using these different skins. So it's not pay to win. And at least from what I know about this game, and this is what I really love about it. Now we will work on the backpack, and it's not only a backpack, well, maybe it isn't even a backpack, it is a filter system. Is it a filter system? Yeah, with this logo, with this icon. And now we will work on the attachment for this water bottle. Well, I assume that this is water. I took this translucent clay, so it gets a bit transparent after baking in the oven. The effect is not very strong, but I still like this kind of clay a lot. Just adding this tube. And after that, the body is finished. Now, let's work on the main character, on the fish, on the alien fish, or is it just a regular fish? I have no idea. It has to be very tiny in order to fit perfectly to our body we just created. So I used my scalpel for the mouth, cut it open. And I will also put in some red clay. I'm not sure if you will see this red clay afterwards, because I will close the mouth again. But for now, I think it looks nice. So now we will work on the teeth, and I decided not to use white clay, but to use gray clay, that they are not too shiny. I only wanted the eyes to look like as if they were popping out and very bright. So now we take white clay for the eyes, mixing with 2 different kinds of blue, a nice color for the iris. And now we can place them, these 2 tiny balls, into the head. And I just added a black iris as well and a shiny white tail, which makes this fish pretty much alive. So, another outline, and I really love this guy. It was difficult, of course, because it's that tiny, while adding these tiny fins as well. But in the end, it just looks nice, I think, if you put in the extra work, but I think it's worth it. Now closing the mouth as well, and there are these lines on his head, pink lines, so I just added them as well, and now we are ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked spacesuit and freshly baked fish, and the backpack, the filter system, which we now can glue on the back of our guy, Leviathan. Still standing. And this is the acrylic ball I'm using. This is typically made for Christmas decoration, Christmas tree decoration. Just clipping away these pieces with my pliers. So it has 3 centimeters in diameter, if you're wondering. And now we will take some water and some blue color. Maybe this was a bit too much. I think you can also take just regular ink for that. I had to change this water a lot and mixing it with fresh water in order to get the color a bit brighter. And now the big moment has arrived, has come. We will fill in the water, the colored water, into the Christmas ball. And it looks great! Yeah! It looks a bit like a magnifying glass. So the fish gets a bit bigger than I had expected it to be. But still love the effect. There's even a tiny air bubble inside, which I also love. Nice detail. And there's another patch on top of the helmet. That was the last step. And guys, I guess finally, that's it! Leviathan! That was one of my most complicated creations so far. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what you think if you want to see more water mix tutorials like this one. Write it down in the comments. I guess that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Guys, take care. See you next week. Bye.